Hello guys, how are you doing? Today we are finally back in an Audi S8. Yeah, you probably know that we have owned an Audi S8 before. Actually, we have owned the Audi S8 Plus, which was this mighty V8 with 605 HP ceramic brakes and 305 kilometers per hour top speed. And we did some very astonishing numbers back then. This car, however, today is a lot heavier than the predecessor, because the predecessor was even about 50 kilograms lighter to a comparable Audi RS6 back in time, even below 2 tons. This one is about 2.3 tons and weighs about 150 kilograms more than a recent Audi RS6. But we now want to get on the Autobahn, use the drift box and see how fast it goes. Also compare the numbers, of course, to the recent Audi RS6, because as you know, this has more or less the same V8. It has 570 HP and a bit more weight. This of course should result in numbers which are not quite as fast as the Audi RS6 is, but nevertheless we want to try it out. We put it in dynamic. I will also put it in the sport handling mode so that we can also engage the launch control. Where's the button? It's not here, there it is. And get onto the open Autobahn and test the numbers. Of course, also we are going to test the 100 to 200 time on pull through to see if there's any difference compared to the Audi RS6, because the shape of the A8 or S8 of course is a lot better. So let's now see how fast the S8 goes from 100 to 200. So guys, I think we managed some pretty interesting times, because despite of the fact that this car is heavier than an Audi RS6 and it's of course also with less horsepower than an Audi RS6, it actually managed to do more or less the very same time. The car managed to do a 3.3 seconds to 100, which is very amazing, because that is actually faster than the RS6, because you can really see it launches like a powerboat. Amazing start. And also the numbers from 100 to 200 were very competitive as well. We saw 8.0 to 8.2 seconds, so in the end more or less the exact same times, with 8.1 in the middle, that the RS6 did. And that is pretty astonishing, because we see again that this S8 is very competitive from a performance perspective on the open Autobahn. As said, the RS6 has wider wheels, probably also more drag due to the higher, let's say, shape, and let's say this bit of less weight doesn't bring in an advantage, because in a straight line that S8 is simply amazing. The cool part is actually, I'm not really sure, but I think from, let's say, any car besides the Audi R8, this makes it the fastest normal Audi which is currently on the market. I cannot think of any other Audi who is faster, because I mean RS7, RS6 have the same speed. RSQ8 definitely of course is slower, and this one is really competitive, doing more or less the same numbers that we have seen with the RS6, maybe even a tiny bit faster. I think that is very astonishing. Of course, we will have a lot more fun with the car on the country roads, and we will also make sure to bring you some pure sound footage, because this car isn't very loud, it's not very shouty, but still has a very nice tone to it, and I want to make sure that you also get a nice pure sound, not only on YouTube but also follow the stuff on Instagram and TikTok. Talk to you soon.